Hello, everyone, and welcome to Indiana Golf Magazine. I'm Brian Hammons. April got the tournament season started, and we'll start with the Club Car Stroke Play Championship, played at the Warren Course at Notre Dame. And a familiar visitor to the winner's circle came out on top. With 2 birdies in his first 5 holes, Nick Benz grabbed the early lead at 2 under par. Matthew McCurry started on the back 9 and made 3 birdies to take a 1-shot lead at the turn at 3 under. But 2 double bogeys on his second 9 dropped him out of contention. Oliver Mast made a run. This birdie at 17, his 8th hole of the day, got him to 2 under, tied for the lead. But he would make a costly double bogey on his second 9 to come up short. Benz made birdie at 14 to get to 3 under par. And when he made par at the 18th to finish his day, he held a 2-shot lead. Michael Davin got it to 2 under par and made a terrific up and down out of the bunker on the 8th hole, his 17th, to stay 1 back. And then at the 9th, his final hole, he had this for birdie to tie the lead, but just missed, giving the win to Nick Benz.
I did a good job of strategizing. Actually, the night before, this is completely off topic, but my dog got neutered yesterday, so I wasn't able to do anything last night, so I just went through the yard and sat with him on the living room floor. So strategized a lot of tee shots, hit a lot of non-drivers out there just to keep myself short of bunkers where, I could have pushed it up there and risked going in them, but laid back. I was able to hit my mid-irons pretty well today and give myself a lot of reasonable good birdie looks.
Nick wins by 1 over Michael Davin. Oliver Mast ends up tied for 3rd at 1 under with the ageless Gary Robinson. Matthew McCurry goes 33-38 to finish 5th. Peyton Snowberger continues his good start to the season with a 6th place finish. And Fort Wayne Country Club's Megan Musk with a strong showing. She ties for 7th with a 2 over 73. We mentioned Peyton Snowberger's strong start because a week prior, he won the Southern Open. He tied amateur Mattingly Upchurch with 5 under 67s, but Upchurch couldn't stick around for the playoff, so Snowberger was declared the winner.
Yeah, I'm just trying to play in as many events as I can, and obviously wanting to compete in each and every one. Obviously this gives me a big boost of confidence going into the season. Since the weather hasn't been great in Indiana so far, haven't been able to play a bunch, but it's been good enough that my game is starting to feel really good.
The IGA Mid-Am Team Championship was also played in April at Old Oakland, and the team of Kenny Cook and Sean Rowan shot 66 in the 4-ball format and followed that up with a 59 in the scramble format in round 2 to win by 5 shots. Ben Souders and Quentin Carpenter had quite the turnaround. They shot 73 in the 4-ball, came back with a 58 in the scramble to finish 3rd. This month's French Lick Resort Spotlight shines on the PGA Hope Secretaries Cup, often referred to as the Veterans Major. And for the first time in the program's history, Indiana will field a team. This is Team Indiana. Travis McGovern, Jeremiah Runser, Gil Sanchez, Dan Hevron, and PGA professional and team captain Crystal Morse.
I am extremely excited about this, to be able to just represent Indiana and go with this team of veterans to the Secretaries Cup is going to be, honestly, I don't know what to expect. So I'm looking forward to experiencing it all with them and going on that journey with, with our vets from Indiana.
Rain moved practice indoors on this day, but it certainly didn't dampen the enthusiasm this team has for the opportunity to not only compete against teams from across the country, but to do something more important.
I get an opportunity to represent all Indiana veterans, not just Indiana golfing veterans, but all Indiana veterans in general. That is a huge, massive responsibility that I do not take lightly. And even though my game might not be as good as somebody else's, I'm hoping my attitude, my presence we'll be able to represent all Indiana veterans in the utmost, professional, respectful way possible.
This event certainly has a major feel. Just look at the team uniforms.
When you see all the gear that they get when they go to the Olympics, it's similar to the Ryder Cup. It's just, this is, I mean, like I thought we were going to get a few T-shirts. I thought we'd grab, a hat or something like that. But to show up here and, my name's on a bag and we've got, shoes, hat, shirt, I mean, everything, that it's such a cool thing. And what's so awesome is this transcends well beyond, just this event. It's every other PGA Hope program. It gives somebody in the program right now in Indiana or any other state to look forward to. And that I can, I'll go to play golf for the next 10, 15 years and I've got this bag. And I think that is super cool.
The 9-hole scramble will take place May 11th at the Chester Valley Golf Club outside of Philadelphia. And Team Indiana has high hopes.
Absolutely, we can win. I mean, you got to believe it, right? You got to believe. So we have a great crew. If nothing else, we have great team chemistry. We support each other. Got a lot of good teammates on here, and honestly, I think we're going to surprise some teams. So we have a good chance for sure.
And best of luck to Team Indiana. Well, as spring is now here, we probably aren't thinking too hard about where we should go next winter to play golf. Maybe we should. As we learn in our Golf Destinations segment brought to you by JEI Golf Travel, here's an option that you may not have considered.
My name is Josh Levitat of JEI Golf Travel, and this month's featured destination is the Dominican Republic. What a better way to come out of the throes of winter than talk about one of the premier destinations where you can go next winter. Part of that is Punta Cana, which is home to the Corrales Golf Course and most recently hosted the Puerto Rico Open from the PGA Tour. In addition, there's Casa de Campo, which is home to one of the world-renowned courses called Teeth of the Dog. It is known as the Pebble Beach of the Caribbean, and trust me, it is a dog. You will have an absolute blast out there with all-inclusive amenities, food, beverages. You have private villas. You can stay at 5-star resorts. And what a way to ring in the new year in December or in January of 2026 and 2027 than heading to the Dominican Republic. And you can play as much or as little golf as you want, sip margaritas on the beach, play golf. What a destination. So I know a popular question that I always get is, how much are these experiences going to cost? Surprisingly, for the Dominican Republic, depending on the amount of nights, the amount of rounds, the extra amenities that you would like to include, if 1 is the least expensive golf trip and 5 is the most expensive golf trip, we'd put the Dominican experience at a 3.5. It's actually a pretty underrated destination, and given that they want to attract a lot of clients from the United States, they actually have lessened the price for people coming from the United States. If you're interested in setting up this trip or any other trip of your liking, feel free to reach out to us on Instagram at JEI Golf Travel or on our website, jeilgolftravel.com, or email me personally, Josh at jeilgolftravel.com.
Well, if you're like me, early in the golf season, your short game around the green leaves a lot to be desired. Tony Day is here to help us in this month's Golf Performance Academy Tip of the Month.
Hello, it's Tony Day from the Golf Performance Academy located at the Golf Club of Indiana. Today we're going to talk about short game, or how to get the ball on the ground, and let's get it rolling. Unless you're a single-digit handicap, we don't want that ball flying all the way up to the hole and skidding to a stop. That mishit is much more penalizing than if that ball's rolling up there. So today we're going to start with a putter off the collar of the green, and you'll see that this ball will roll all the way up there. Next, we're going to do, I call it a bump and run. Basically, it is pure putting technique, but we're going to use our 8-iron. Think about using a putter with 30 degrees more loft, which is our 8-iron. So when we use this, we want our ball to hit probably on the first third of the green and then roll back. We're keeping this on the ground. Be sure to get real close. Also, if you putt without your glove, take your glove off and use your putting grip. It's even okay if you're a left-hand low putter to use that grip here. Make sure your eyes are over the ball. Closer. Next one. Now, what if we do have to carry the ball to the green? We've got a little bit of distance here. We want to hit it about a third of the way to the hole and let it run out. Real simple. Keep it short and simple. There might be a little bit of knee turn here. We're going to play that ball back with a little bit of shaft lean, and this ball should hit on the front of the green and run back there. And that's how to score better around the green. Get that ball on the green, lower strokes. Once again, for golf instruction, come see us. Tony Day at PGA.com or at Golf Performance Academy at GCI. Thank you.
And here's what's coming up in May in Indiana golf. The Senior Amateur Team Championship is coming up May 7th and 8th at Rock Hollow. The Indianapolis Open is the 11th and 12th at Broadmoor. The Indiana Adaptive Open Championship is at the Golf Club of Indiana the 15th and 16th. And the Spring Pro-Am is the 21st, also at Rock Hollow. You are now up to speed with everything happening in Indiana golf. I'm Brian Hammons. Thanks for watching, and join us again next month for Indiana Golf Magazine.